Yes, that's right, folks. I am off-road. Woohoo! Never ever thought I'd be doing this. What do you reckon to that? Alright, let's just give this a little wipe because that'll be wet. Right, we are exploring, me and Bruno, and Bruno's mate, Paul. Kim's not come out with us today, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of recording. Good job I remembered. Right, let's see if I can see that now. Damn it, I missed that. You see over there? I'll see if I can zoom in, but that is, we've had loads of rain, so the dam, look at that. Just amazing. I am loving going off-road. I never, well, this isn't exactly off-road. It's a road, but it's a dirt road, so I'll call it off-road for the sake of argument. I'm loving it. It's brilliant fun. I never thought I'd enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it. Just cruising along these dirt roads and having an explore. You do stuff that you just would never dream of doing on another bike. And I do apologise to everybody who's had to put up with me going, oh, my XR for the last blooming month. I did really love that bike. I really did. And I do miss it. I'm sorry. And I've kind of waited till Kim's gone before I said something, but I do miss it. This is, in a lot of ways, a much, much better bike, to be honest. It doesn't corner like the XR, but apart from the cornering and the beautiful engine of the XR, everything else about this bike is better. Right, let's change back to Dynamic Pro. Here we go. Bruno's brought his friend over from, well, his friend's come over from Australia, Paul, and Bruno's been taking him around the whole North and South Island for the last 2 weeks, and they're just down here, nearly back home, so I thought I'd meet them and go for a little ride here. There was a guy who's just telling us about this amazing off-road spot, which is supposed to be here somewhere to the left here. He said you can tell the entrance because there's gravel all over the road where they just started up. It's somewhere here. I'm guessing it's on this corner here. This is the sort of thing we want to start to do. Here we go, this is it here. He said gravel on the road. So apparently, it's a hill climb. No, we won't be doing that. Right, that's mental. Why don't you stop in the car park, mate, for Christ's sake. Right, here we go, over the Benmore Dam. Pretty amazing. Oh, see if I can zoom into that water. That is just mesmerising, watching that come flying out. Pretty cool. Let's go and see if we can have a look. Oh wow, that is crazy. Look at that. Wow, wow, look at this. yeah, they can do 4.
Yeah, they can do 4. Guys.
Imagine the force at the bottom of 4 open.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's amazing that it just doesn't rip the concrete up.
Yeah, we've got such a smooth ride. Like, look at this, like nice
It's
and
incredibly well designed. Yeah. There's a. See if we can get down there. Then we can go and stand right next to it. Oh no! Oh no! Well, I've got to say, that is one freaking cool looking bike. I never thought I'd say it. I've been kind of, my whole life, very anti-GS's. But that is effing cool. There's only one thing I don't like about it, and that's the front end, but it's kind of growing on me. Everything else about the bike, other than that front end, is amazing. I can't fault it. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit light under some really hard cornering, but that's to be expected. I completely expected that. It's got thinner wheels, it's got a thinner rear wheel, it's got a 19-inch front wheel. It's to be expected. It's not quite as much of an angular weapon. Right, we're going to go and see if we can get down there. I don't think we're supposed to, but we're going to see. Possibly that one. Paul's dad, Paul's with us now. They've come on this big tour. Let's try this one. Try this one. Switch to Enduro. No dumping. Well, this is definitely the way. Oh, this is cool. Paul's dad's in hospital. He's crashed his bike. So there's a bit of a sombre feeling about today because he's broke his leg very badly. Going round a corner, hit a patch of gravel, broke his leg very badly. Bike's a write-off. So the gravel that they put on corners in New Zealand is just, it's so dangerous. And you do hear me go on about it quite a lot, but that's why. Surprising how stiff the suspension is, even in the off-road mode. Woohoo! Right, check this out. Wow! Oh. You should be able to see the full force of the thing from here. Wow. That's cool. That Ducati sounds like more of a tractor than this thing. This road that we're going down now is awesome. Yeah, some of it's 50 Ks, but it's still pretty cool. Ooh. Yeah, well, there you go. That kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? I mean, you can go on and on and on about how good the XR was, but the XR couldn't do any of this. I mean, in the right hands it could. I couldn't go down these roads with a 190mm back tyre. No freaking way. This thing just loves it. Woohoo! It is the perfect country, really, because so much of it is like this, and there's very rarely gates or anything like that stopping you doing this. You can just go and do it. Kim absolutely forced me to wear my inner liner on my jacket today, and it is absolutely baking. Blooming woman. Right, let's head back out. Whoa, here we go, big steep one. Whoa, yeah. Cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. Oh, the real deep stuff isn't too much fun. Just power through. Woohoo! Oh, this is great. Yeah, it's got some go, this bike has, it really has. It's interesting because it's only a little over 20 brake horsepower less than the XR, so that's not a huge margin. I think it's about 23 horsepower less than my 2016 XR, but it's got more torque, so interestingly it's better at overtaking for this reason, and that is, in the XR, it was so revvy and so quick that actually by the time you'd overtaken the car, you were going 160 kilometers an hour. Whereas this seems to overtake much smoother. It feels much quicker. And I think it must be the torque, but you just seem to get past cars quicker. Which doesn't make sense because you're going a lot quicker on the XR, but on this it's quicker. I don't quite understand why, but I'm definitely preferring overtaking and manoeuvring with this vehicle versus the XR. I think the XR was just such a sports bike that literally by the time you'd passed the car, you were going too fast. You had to slam the brakes on, whereas this you just go brrr, and you pass the car. It's great. I'm enjoying it. I do have sort of every now and then a little bit of pangs of it's not as cool, or it's not as screamy, or it doesn't corner quite as well, but they are small negatives versus huge positives. And the positives are that Kim is very, very happy with this, and she loves it. She loves coming out on it. It is safer, it's lower down. Just, there's so many boxes that this ticks, which the XR doesn't do at all. You know, you can't do a lot of the things that this can do. So, it is a better bike. I have one complaint. I swear And even though I'm pretty sure they're the same, I swear the handlebars are different. I don't know whether it's the riding position or whether it's the handlebars, but my wrists have ached ever since I got on this bike. And I'm going to put it down to my body is used to a different riding position or a slightly different handlebar grip. And I'm just going to give my hands, my wrists, my body some time to get used to it before I start moaning about it. I honestly think, and I found this in the past, you've just got to let your body get used to it and then it'll be fine. But that's my only complaint. Oh, and the screen takes about frickin' 20 seconds to light up, which is a bit annoying. But that's a minor. What a spot. Should we go back to that little cafe on the side of the road? Back up?
Yeah, where the bike was.
Yeah, because I think that might be better coffee than going to a Marima, which is pretty shit. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, all good. Look at him sat on the front of the bike. That's mesmerising, isn't it? The water coming out of there. What a place. Do you think this is producing power, this one, or is it all just...
There's four power tubes.
Yeah, but is it producing?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Right, cup of coffee time. Thank you to everybody who has recommended this bike. I'm very thankful, we're both very thankful. It was the right thing to do. As you know, I did love that XR, but I'm going to grow to love this. Right now, I'm just enjoying it. And I'm getting used to riding it. It's a new bike. It's very similar, to be honest. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to my Irish friend, Sylvester. Big shout out to you and your lovely wife. And say hello to your son for me. Thanks, Steve and Linda. Thank you to Craig. These people are all over the world, by the way. It's so cool. YouTube's amazing, isn't it? Thanks to Mark in America. I won't use anybody's surnames. But yeah, thank you everybody. There's lots of other James. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I probably should write down a list. But the regulars, and a lot of the regulars have got GSs, and it's come highly recommended. And I get it. I totally get it. I can see why. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. And I have noticed that I am kind of more of a loose rider on this, if that makes sense. I'm chucking the thing all over the place. It does lean from one side to the other incredibly quickly, and also I find myself sort of leaning a little bit further than usual, which is also interesting. I'm guessing that's because of the thinner back tyre. But yeah, so far I can't complain. We're having great fun. And it's got some oomph. My only thing that I am going to change is... flies are bad today. The only thing that I will get is the screen for the front. This one's pretty damn good, to be honest. And Kim's getting absolutely no wind noise because she's sat further down behind me, but I'm getting pretty slammed, and my GoPro feels like it's about to get ripped off my head, which is not a good thing because it's very expensive and I can't afford a new one. So I will wisely invest into one of them Puge screens, I think, just to throw that air up over my head a little bit. Right, off to get to coffee. Tom needs a coffee bad. Yeah, if I duck down behind the screen, that throws it straight over the GoPro there. It's the GoPro that's the problem. Without the GoPro, actually, this standard screen's more than sufficient. It is what it is. This is our bike now. We won't be changing this for a long, long time, he says. Look at the colour of that water. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's amazing. It's turquoise blue. I bet it's absolutely freezing. You say he's gone to get lunch? Didn't he just have a pie like 10 minutes ago?
I think he needs to refuel regularly.
Flippin' heck. So I have a question. The question is, shall I, or shall we, or shall we not get into Patreon? I've no idea how it works. I know nothing about it. Kim's been on at me to do it for blooming nearly 2 straight years, and I've always fought back against it. For no particular reason other than the less stuff I have to do on the computer, the more I can concentrate on actually flipping it, a bit bumpy. I can concentrate on actually doing the editing. But I think Kim is keen to do all that side of it. And I wonder what people's thoughts were about Patreon. I know nothing about it other than it is a way that viewers can contribute to the channel. If people want the opportunity to make a donation towards fuel or tyres or that sort of thing, then I think that's pretty cool. But otherwise, I don't really want to turn it into like a pay-as-you-go channel. It really is just a hobby, to be honest. But give me your thoughts on it, and if anybody knows how it works, then maybe give me a bit of a description if it's worth doing or not. I don't think Richie does it, but I see like Andy Man Cam and a lot of the others do. I think Teapot One does it. To be fair, I have actually had requests from subscribers, can you please set up a Patreon account and so we can put some money towards fuel and that. I also wonder if you've got an income source from something like YouTube or Patreon or that, I'm presuming you have to pay tax on it and declare it as an income, which is also a massive pain in the ass. So that's another reason I've fought back against it as well. But things have changed slightly. I'm now, for those of you that don't know, self-employed, so I have an accountant that can sort all that crap out. That's what I pay her for, so she may as well do it. Yeah, let me know what you think. Yes or no to Patreon. I know there's a stigma attached to it. Some people get quite offended about it, but I'm not asking anybody for money. Nothing's going to change. I'm still going to produce the videos and put them on YouTube for completely free. So if you don't want to chip in, then don't. Doesn't bother me. But I definitely won't do it. If everybody says no, don't do it, it's a trap, then I won't do it. I guess I really should do a bit more research about it, to be honest. The only thing I know about Patreon is what really Andy Man Cam does. That's all I've seen. I haven't really seen what Teapot One does, to be honest. What's going on with Teapot One? Does anybody know? I think he's going through a bit of a tough time, to be honest. That is the number one problem with YouTube, is you completely open yourself up to weirdos. Woohoo! I tell you what, this thing goes really good when you put your head down and you just go for it. Woohoo! Right, watch out for Mr. Policeman Bruno, be careful. Oh, he's got a radar detector on, so we should be alright. Yeah, the other thing is, I need to get some merch sorted. I get a lot of people asking for stickers. I have a big pile of stickers. So far, people like Sylvester, my mate in Ireland, I've just sent them stickers. You know, Sylvester's like, I need a sticker, can you send me one? I've been like, okay. It's just the price of a stamp and a sticker. It hasn't bothered me for the odd person, but it's getting to the point now where I probably should set up some sort of merchandise thing. I also don't know how to do that, and I've also fought against it, really, as it is just a hobby. But if people want stickers, I need to start selling them, to be honest. So yeah, let me know what you think about that as well. The stickers are pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the design. All my mates have got one. But like I said, we do this purely as a hobby, to share the motorbiking love with the motorbiking community, to be honest, and to show off New Zealand, because it is amazing. It is truly a really special place. And oddly enough, if you're a couple, the best marriage counselling you can ever have is to sit on a bike and talk shit to each other for 2 hours at a time. It has strengthened our relationship like you wouldn't believe. We've become such a better couple because of it. Because we're constantly talking about everything. Everything's out in the open. There's no subject left undiscussed. It gets rid of any insecurities or anything that's unsaid. That's my thoughts on it anyway. I recommend it to all you couples out there. Get a headset and go motorbiking. Nothing makes it, it honestly has been brilliant for us. And big ups to Kim, because she never really was into motobiking till she met me. Now she's fully into it and we love going away together. I've probably rambled enough. Let me know what you think about that Patreon thing. I am honestly, I will take what you guys say on board, as I did with the GS. Right, here we are. These guys need to stop for fuel. I don't, because I've still got half a tank. Alright, see you dudes.